everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, whatever the time zone today. I'm pretty much so happy that we're going to discuss about the quantifying ROI, business information, and how AI implementation transforms financial services in 2025. So this is the one of the pretty cool topic which I'm pretty much looking forward and looking pretty much interested to see how it is going to help the humankind or humans or whatever whoever is going to get the more benefits in this AI. Okay. Which one of the prime example is myself, which I'm getting benefit through AI all the time with respect to the system. At the same time, how AI is helping me in the real time. At the same time, how AI is helping me in both personal and professional ways, which we can discuss in this session. Then primary focus will be on the financial sectors, how AI is helping the banking sector or other any other tech sector, which we're going to discuss in this meeting. Okay, thank you. Let's delve into this one. If you can see my first slide, quantifying ROI. If you see the synopsis here, the financial services industry has witnessed unprecedented transformation through strategic AI implementation, with the global investment reaching 142.83 billion. This is reflecting AI's crucial role in revolutionizing traditional financial operations and driving industry-wide enhancements. Why AI adoption is happening so rapidly? Simply, let's put next slide, okay? Yeah. Simply put, it delivers tangible results. AI-driven automation has boosted operational efficiency by 35%, streamlining the routine process such as account creation, cancellation, transaction processing, and data entry. Financial institutions like JP Morgan Chase, for example, have successfully deployed AI to automate loan approvals and account verification process, significantly reducing manual labor and human error. Just think about this within this year itself, we are seeing 35% of operational efficiency. As I discussed about right now, the example of JP Morgan Chase has successfully deployed AI to automate loan approvals and the account verification process. It used to take so much of time previously paper for any loan approval. The initial process itself they used to take minimum 2 weeks, the maximum of 4 weeks or 5 weeks. Now it came down to less than a week. It is saving so much of time for the bank, at the same time saving so much time for the end user customer also. At the same time, account verification process as well. It is allowing so much of manual labor and human errors. It is causing so much of churn. Okay. Coming back to the next finance, what I'm saying is budget accuracy of 15%. Okay. In general, the financial forecasting will be done by the most of the companies across the world. Out of that, we can see right now in this FY25 or 2025, we are seeing the 15% with AI. Like, for example, if we take Goldman Sachs, it is one of the biggest company to market fluctuations and budget needs with unprecedented precision. Additionally, AI systems have reduced data processing errors by 20%. Is your thing. Take an example of Goldman Sachs. Everyone will follow the Goldman Sachs company what they provided the predictions about the market, either Sensex or I'm talking about India, sorry. These are about Nasdaq here, here about the New York, where everyone will eagerly wait to see what's going to be the predictions for tomorrow or day after the next week, other week, everything. So instead of Goldman Sachs to spend so much of manual hours, now they onboard with AI. They're able to provide the accurate information with AI, and then the prediction also so accurate and so good. That's the reason AI is going to be the game changer or the path breaker, whatever you name it. It's going to help the humankind in much better ways. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, exactly. And then let's go to when we're talking about all this technical architecture about how AI is going to help, I divide into three parts: generative AI, predictive analytics, and security protocols. Let's discuss about generative AI. How it's going to help? Central to these achievements is sophisticated technical architecture anchored by the generative AI. Systems capable of processing over 1.2 million tokens per second. We're talking about 1.2 million tokens per second, transform customer interactions and into deeply personal experiences. Banks like HSBCs now employ advanced chatbots for customer service, providing immediate tailored response based on a real-time analysis of customer profiles and financial behaviors. Okay, so think about what we are talking with the HSBC is a worldwide bank. and they have n number of transactions out there going on. With the generative AI, we can validate and monitor, can remove the analysis, and we can develop so many of agents. I can talk about so much of AI agents, which were right now they're going on across the world. The agents is going to help, and then with the agents, we are going to processing 1.10 million tokens per second. It being said, it cannot be done with a human, can be done with the AI only. So with the help of AI, because we see a kind of banks are using the advanced chatbots for customer service. I'm thinking AI agents, which is going to change. But we can talk about chatbots or AI agents, whatever you name it. Those going to provide that providing immediate tailored response based on the real-time analytics of customer profiles and financial behaviors. Seriously, guys, if you're doing something right, previously, if you send any request to the bank, it will take 24 to 48 hours or more than that to get a response. With the chat bots, what we are going to develop with the generative AI and agents, what we are going to go discuss of more of, what we're going to see much more in future, those will change the banking sector completely, like how the processing like 1.2 million tokens per second. Let's go to the one more step called predictive analytics, where predictions is actually in general about what's going to happen with the data, what we have, the actuals, what we call the actuals. So with the actual data, we can see, okay, for 3 years or 4 years, it used to take so much of time and human interactions. At the same time, lot of labor, and then everyone need to spend so much of time to analyzing the what happened for past 3 years, and then come up with the numbers, what's going to happen for next 3 years. And then we don't know how much exactly. With the AI, if you are providing that predictive analytics, okay, approximately this 2.5 petabytes of data point daily, irrespective of any bank. The number, we can look at the number 2.5 petabytes. It's equal to thousands of digital libraries. For instance, investment firms like BlackRock utilize predictive analytics to swiftly identify emerging trends, anticipate marketing shifts, and manage risk proactively, securing a robust portfolio performance even in volatile markets. BlackRock is one of the biggest investment firms which they're using a predictive analytics. They used to do previously as well, but with a lot of human intervention and labor. Now, with leveraging this predictive analytics with AI, it's pretty much game changing, and then the results also so good and accurate. And if you need to think about the as long as you're doing everything like generative AI, predictive analytics, we should not forget about security. Security is one of the key factor. Wherever whatever things you are doing, you need to be under secured. Otherwise, you will see so much of anomalies and your data and everything go to the other spaces, and it will ruin the world as well. So that's the reason we need to consider security. It's a paramount in financial services. AI implementation incorporate advanced multi-layered encryption and quantum resistant algorithms to secure sensitive information. Institutions like Visa have adopted AI-driven cybersecurity protocols, drastically reducing security breaches and ensuring strict compliance with the global financial regulations. So we need to make sure if you are using generative AI or predictive analytics, the security must be for all the time. So that means you need to think about security when you think about generative AI, either chatbots or agents, whatever you're going to use to ease the process. You need to think about security because you're talking about the individual PI data. We need to always should be SOX compliant, and then we should make sure we are under security guidelines. Like how each company is spending some billions of data on security, that's where we need to make sure our end users have stakeholders data should be much more secure, and nothing can be done with any of these anomalies. Okay. The next one, anti-money laundering impact. So maybe right now we are seeing some AI has not only revolutionized anti-money laundering AML practices. AI-powered AML systems now boast over 83.5 accuracy in threat detection, identifying sophisticated financial crimes that previously went unnoticed. We are right now we are seeing so many financial crimes, but even we don't know what's going to happen, what happened previously because of we don't have AI at the time. With the AI is on board now, we are seeing 83.5% of the characters in detection, identifying sophisticated financial crimes that previously went unnoticed. Financial institutions such as Citibank have significantly reduced false positives by 65%, streamlining compliance operations and improving customer experiences. Additionally, risk assessments at major banks have accelerated by 240%, turning lengthy investigation into efficient, rapid response process. Okay, so this we need to talk about this AML, anti-money laundering practices. That's where we know about money laundering, what kind of so many things we had previously. With the AI, we can get rid of all these money laundering practices because AI is more powerful and secure. We should follow all the security process. With that, we can see the 83.5% of accuracy in prediction and followed by the identifying the financial crimes which previously completely unnoticed. Even we don't know some financial crimes are happening because of how much good they are about all these things. But with the AI, for sure, we can get rid of all of these things so that the transactions should be pretty clean and all the way we have transparency in the across between the banks to the customer, B2B or B2C or technical companies, whoever the companies is going to leverage this AI and anti-money laundering practices that will help them a lot. And then looking forward, let's go next. Okay. What will be the future of the banking system? That's one thing pretty much I'm looking forward. Okay. Then looking forward, AI's influence will continue to expand by 2027, maybe nearby, or it will take much, it would more time. But AI is projected to handle approximately 85% of routine banking transactions. For example, Wells Fargo, for instance, is actively moving forward this feature, implementing advanced automated systems to manage routine transactions, freeing financial advisors to focus on personalized financial planning and complex customer needs. So right now, if you go to the any of the bank, you may see multiple people, and each person have the so many of responsibilities, and sometimes you may feel that okay, why these guys are not helping me a lot because they have so many other things to take care because they are working for the bank. The bank will have so much of protocols. They have to follow each and every protocol. Then only they can be secure. With the help of AI, like routine banking transactions, like the teller transactions, the other customer questions, either we can go with the generative AI, like chatbots or agents. The other way around, you can directly go to the kiosk or directly talk to the kind of robo which I'm expecting we may see by 2027. For example, like Wells Fargo is actively working with the future, implementing advanced automated systems to manage routine transactions, freeing the financial advisors, like if you want to go for the bank for the loan processing. Okay. It used to take so much of paperwork, the initial discussion, everything. Now the advisor no need to worry about the time. He or she can spend so much of time between currently our personal finance planning and customer needs, complex customer needs. The complex customer should be anyone. If you're trying to do something different and you want to understand about how the bank is working and everything, maybe you might not get the information right now with the AI, with the bots and everything, but you can get the same information with from the any human, which they're able to focus only on those things. That is a groundbreaking and path changing for the banking sector, which we may see by 2027. That's one thing I'm pretty much looking forward. And not only Wells Fargo, which I'm thinking about the Bank of America, Chase, or KeyBank, or what are the banks you name it across worldwide, you have almost more than 100,000 plus banks, which I am giving you some pretty much go some information about count of banks, but where we have 190 plus countries. Each country will have different banks and government bank, private bank, whoever. They need to follow the guidelines of the rules, bank rules. And with that, all the financial advisors will have so much of button on them. So if you're able to automate the routine task so that they can concentrate mainly on this, advising the end user customers like you and me will go to the bank, will get all the information, or if you call them financial advisor, you can in the call itself, they can provide you all the information that much I'm looking forward to see going to help. Exactly. And then the same thing about the predictive risk models. The risk models achieve extraordinary accuracy, which so many of LLMs are going to see in future. Right now, we are pretty less. Less means still companies are working on that LLMs. With that, we can get 97% of enabling fairer lending practices. For example, fintech companies like Affirm and Square use advanced AI models to accurately assess credit risk, offering equitable financial products to historically undeserved populations. Seriously. So, what are the transactions? What are the, take an example, if I'm going to apply for the loan, okay, I need to fill all documentation. By default, our banks apply with the Affirm or Square. They will pull all the information of you and they'll send that to the bank so that the bank can do the all the clear risk and everything. With the AI, immediately, right now, all Affirm or Square is leveraging that advanced AI models so that once they get the information, they're doing all the checks right away so that the banks are able to spend pretty less time on this on this application, everything. The ordination making will be much faster. With this, we can find anomalies or something, someone is trying to do some bad things or anything. With AI can pretty much easy, so that the bankers cannot approve the loan, or the persons who are in the genuine information so that they can get the loans pretty much easily. And even we need to talk about the AI social benefits as well, how it is going to help the beyond operational enhancements. AI-driven initiatives have extended banking services to 1.7 billion previously unbanked individuals globally. Mobile payment platform like M-Pesa in Kenya, which is one of the country in Africa, maybe developed Sampath have still in the old traditional ways. They left to go with the advanced technology, but still some banks are coming back and saying that okay, we are going to leverage the AI, which help them empowering millions with secure and convenient banking services. Okay, what about the community impact? So this is one of my sector where we can see that community how is going to help the AI has strengthened consumer protection with advanced fraud detection systems, preventing approximately 15.4 billion in consumer financial losses. Like, for instance, employs AI extensively to detect fraudulent activities in real time, safeguarding millions of users involved from sophisticated digital threats. If you're talking about the global financial inclusion, where we are talking about the Kenya M-Pesa Bank, which they are going to leverage AI-enabled financial access, empowering millions with secure permanent banking services. So we know about so many people in the African countries, they don't know about the banking and everything. With this, they can understand easily how AI is going to help them in their own language, in their own understandable language, so that they can go through each and everything in AI and they can listen and they can take a decision instead of going for the middleman, and the middleman can simply take everything and if they left. Okay, instead of that, they can simply whatever they have the mobile or anything, they can go to the bank and do all these things with the AI. And one more thing about the small business and medium and business entrepreneurs, how it is going to help the small and medium business success is right now we are seeing with the AI enhancement, we are seeing 40% of efficient loan approvals through AI investments, like companies like Kabaz or Fundbox utilize AI efficiently, SME creditworthiness, supporting economic growth and innovation in underserved communities, undeserved communities. Okay, that's the thing. Finally, how it's going to implement. Effective AI deployment involves strategic planning, clearly defined objectives, measurable outcomes, and comprehensive talent and skill development. Robust governance and ethical guidelines ensure responsible use, continuous monitoring, and adaptive improvements align with evolving regulatory frameworks. All the time, we are talking about how we can improve the AI. At the same time, we need to think about how strategically it's going to be planned, clearly identified objectives, measurable outcomes, and comprehensive talent and skill development. These are the things we need to think about this AI improvement. Robust governance and ethical guidelines ensure responsible use, continuous monitoring. For sure, how you monitor all the services in the cloud or infrastructure. The same way we should have continuous monitoring about the AI and adapt to improvements along with evolving regulatory frameworks. Finally, in conclusion, what I want to say is strategic AI deployment is fundamentally transforming financial services, delivering measurable ROI, or rather measurable ROI and ROI, enhancing human roles, and positively impacting communities globally. AI represents a unique opportunity not merely as a technical advancement, but as a powerful tool for creating a fairer, more inclusive financial world. What if you see that compliance automation, AI motor regulatory changes across justification, compliance, documentation generation, audit preparing, risk scanning. You say about documentation, we used to spend so much of time previously You create a document, the meaningful way. With the help of AI, in less than hour, no, not an hour, less than 10 minutes, we're able to create a document which is helping everyone. Okay, I have one of the example where I'm using it right now with the AI. Previously, I used to spend hours and hours on the documentation to put everything in a proper order. Now I'm preparing synopsis and everything, what I want to create a document with AI. AI is helping me to create a document so that I don't need to spend hours and hours, like every day, like 2 3 hours I used to spend in a document. Now I'm spending less than an hour, or maybe less. That's the way how the document generation is changed over the period of last 2 years with the AI. Audit preparation. Previously, for the SOX any of the audit, we used to spend so much of time putting all the documents in one place and go through each and every document, and the boring and all the time. Okay, oh yeah, sorry, with this document. Instead of that, now with this AI, those activities much more easier, and I can spend much more time and how I can improve the other financial systems, how I can help the other stakeholders and everything. I can spend some more time there instead of sending the doing the routine activities. Yep. Finally, the key takeaways are measurable impact. How is going, how ROI, how the AI going to implement ROI across multiple financial domains, strategic implementation, how implementation strategy, define key topics, invest in talent. Okay. How I going to invest in the talent, like enhancing the human growth and positive impact on community, and then establish governance, measure ROI continuously. All the time we need to measure how what is ROI with the AI, that will help a lot. These are the key takeaways which I always benefit: measurable impact, strategic implementation, human AI partnership, and community benefit. AI implementation delivers quantifiable ROI. Success requests throughout the throughput planning. Output result come from combining AI capabilities human expertise. AI transformation actions beyond ROI to create a broader social impact. Finally, thank you. Thank you for joining this Conf42 session. Let's continue leveraging AI's transformative power to shape a brighter, more equitable financial future for everyone. This is what I want to discuss with you all about this AI implementation with respect to the financial world. Hope this helps everyone. Thank you.